Hello, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and again we're looking for the equation of a parabola. Now the coordinates of the turning point of this parabola are -2 and 4. It passes through the point 3, -46. So let's just think about that for a moment. This thing has a turning point at -2 and 4, and it passes through a point 3 and -46. So what I've done is I've done a rough sketch of what that might look like. And here it is. We'll just get that in the frame. Here's the turning point, and here's this other point, 3, -46. So what I know is that this parabola is upside down. Well, it's a negative parabola. And we have a turning point for it. So what I've done is I've written a potential equation out in turning point form. Now, this is the y value of the turning point, so that goes there. And in turning point form, because this is -2, this would be 2. Okay, so x plus 2 because this is -2. So if this were just an ordinary parabola that went in this direction, we might have an equation that looks like that, x plus 2 all squared plus 4. Well, it's not. For a start, it's negative, and we've yet to see whether or not there is some sort of dilation factor here to make this -46. So let's press ahead and put this value in, this positive 3 rather, and see what happens. So that means that we have a into 3 plus 2 all squared plus 4, and that's supposed to equal -46. So we'll just tidy that up. That is 25, or a times 25, 25a if you will, plus 4 equals -46. So a times 25 equals -50. I've moved the 4 over to this side of the equation, subtracted 4 from each side, and so what we know is that a is going to equal -50 divided by 25, which is -2. So our equation, I'll write it up here, is -2 into x plus 2 all squared plus 4, we'll make that equal to 0. That is our general equation, and we've done that by realizing that we were dealing with a turning point and using those two bits of information to give us this. We've then made the equation, tried to make the equation equal -46 when we put 3 into it. And what we found is that we had to work out what this factor was, what a was. Quite often a is just 1, and so you don't see it appear in these equations. But this thing does in fact have a dilation factor that is something other than 1, and it turns out to be -2. And what that does, what the -2 has the effect of doing, is turning over what would otherwise be a positive parabola, turning it over and making it negative, and dilating it so that the values of y are moving away from the x-axis. If this were negative but the 2 weren't there, this point here would be much closer to the x-axis. But that's possibly something for another day. Anyway, this is the answer, and this is how we got it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that was useful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.